Hello overseers, last episode we automated tier 3 inventor ants and took a gamble on a new island. Now we're making critical optimizations, rebuilding our acid factory for better efficiency and ensuring our hazmat ants can keep up. But there's another challenge, our energy supply is running dangerously low. To future-proof our colony, we begin terraforming the desert island into a potential energy farm. Can we solve our power crisis before it's too late? Let's dive in and see. I want to start off this episode focusing on this island. We're going to fix up our acid production so we can get continuous batteries and continuous crystal things because we're going to need them for our more advanced components like transistors in the future. But I want to build this in a more structured way. So the first thing that I want to do is get a concrete core over to this side of the world. Now we only got 7 concrete on this side of the world and we've only got 7 concrete on this side of the world. So our concrete is currently being consumed by this resin process, and this resin process doesn't need to be so extreme anymore. Because we've got this better resin process, we should use that. And if we need more resin than this, we should use this process because this is consuming all of my concrete and that's just not good. Concrete's a reasonably not that easy resource. So we're gonna just decommission this. Oh, there's no room for something. I'm gonna just drop a couple of stockpiles. I'm gonna get rid of this. Now I'm gonna get rid of this. Before I get rid of this, I'm going to repurpose the resin. So this resin is just doing these two. So we're going to change that target over to this resin. And one more resin here. I'm going to change the target to this resin. We're going to go all from this resin now. And we're going to repurpose all our concrete. So I'm going to get rid of all of these. Get back some of our stuff from the slingers. Get rid of this stuff. And then this trail becomes a lot simpler. I'm going to just get them to drop all their crap. And get rid of these lights. You can drop your fabrics and then off you go, ants, to, I don't know, go enjoy life. You guys deserve a vacation. You've been hard at work making all my resin, which is fantastic. Now with that, we should have freed up a lot of our concrete, I think. Literally not being used for anything anymore. Wait, why is it not being used for anything anymore? Isn't it being crushed? Where is, this is, it's not being used because it's using a smart dispenser, fair enough. Okay, cool. So this should now provide all the resin that we need. And now our concrete should start surplusing, hopefully. And with the surplus concrete, we want to send it to the other side of the island to get 50 across. So I'm just going to pick one of my ants and then you're going to go work that. Now, in the meantime, all of this is all wasted because, well, you need battery ants and you ain't going to get any battery workers because we got no batteries, unfortunately. Now we've got all the gold that we're going to get, so I'm going to swing this back into battery mode because we were getting the gold out of the scrap at the moment. Oh, actually there's still more gold to bring over, but I think it's more important to maybe bring some batteries over. Try to get him to grab some acid. Oh, there's no acid. All right, never mind. Yeah, this is not happening. So we're just going to be waiting until the concrete gets sent over. Is this concrete? Yep. And we're going to have a lot of wastage in the meantime, but you know, whatever. Whoops, that's not concrete. That's concrete. There we go. Make sure he's slinging concrete. Fantastic. I'm just going to have the concrete core being built. I want my concrete core on this side of the world. It's going to take a while for it to build. 50 concrete. Now, is concrete slow because it's slow or because... What the heck is going on here? Because there's no rubble? Alright, what's going on with the rubble? Alright, something's happening. Rubble is empty. No, this is empty. Rubble is okay. This is sent to rubble, right? Yeah. Alright, my copper is done. I had prepared some new copper trails. We do need to get copper continuously going. So we're going to delete off this old trail. Now I got plenty of raw materials, so I don't really care about these ants. But let's get this trail over here and get you going on some concrete for a while. Clean up our trails. Oops. We'll use this one for this one and we'll bring this one up. So in you go. Grab me some copper. And when you're done, we want you to old gate your way out of there and go into the recycler. That should get those guys going. I'm surprisingly out of digger ants for some reason. Why are we so low on digger ants? What's going on? We'll send you guys up there then. I mean, I know I reduced the number over here, but it shouldn't reduce to the point where we don't have any digger ants. It's a little bit weird. But that's fine. Now we are running out of concrete here. There's only 57 left, so we're going to have to prep a new concrete trail. Might as well just prep this one over here. Now this is all one, so I can do it like really high up so they don't have to walk as far. This will be our last giant block of concrete. If you're enjoying the video and you want to support DataEngineerPlays, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comment section. Okay, that trail is prepped. So we'll move all the stuff over later. We'll get an old gate out of there. I'll do the old gate later when we actually run out of concrete. We'll keep an eye on that. The diggers are hard at work on this concrete trail. Don't know why we don't have enough diggers though. Go over here. I don't know why you're doing that. These guys will mine out this scrap real quick. How's our concrete going over this side of the world? We have run out of transistors. Yes, I know we don't have any transistors. We can get you to make a transistor. Get those tier 3 ants going. Things will be a little bit manual until I automate my acid. At the moment, we don't have acid, so we can't continuously produce this stuff and produce wafers and such, which is a little bit of a pain. And maybe slow down these productions. Oh no, it's actually going all right. How's our, most importantly, we need our tier 3 ants over here. So let's just check on how that's going. Yeah, you're just waiting for a transistor, which is just waiting for a wafer, which is waiting for acid stuff. What's going on with my acid? Should be something producing acid. Oh, we're out of mold blubber. Oh, silly me. Can I select all these things and then reassign them? No, you can't. Got to get some acid going in the meantime. I should have just deleted this and then it would just distribute itself into there. What? Let's get rid of that and get that one in there. We've got plenty of mold blubber. I might, don't want to start clearing stuff out here yet. So the mold blubber does respawn, and that's the other reason why I want to start tiling this, because I don't want it to suddenly respawn in the middle of my map and then kill all my ants. We do have plenty of dudes doing this. Let's see if I can get one battery going. There we go. Can at least get one battery going. Are these guys dying now because the mold blubber's here? No, it should be fine. You're grabbing this. We got heaps of these. We still got our ant electrolyzing. It's just too slow, I think. But we don't need more transistors at the moment, so we're okay there. We'll let the batteries accumulate for a bit and then we'll send some across. We've got 3. All right, we'll send some across then. We'll just get that to dispense batteries for now. And then you can just slowly smelt away your gold, and then we put the battery storage back. A little bit random, a little bit manual at the moment, but that's fine. How's our concrete going? We've got our concrete core up yet? 33, almost there. You know what else is going to be finished now? This tree. But this should be an easy fix, because we should be able to just get them to go here. Bit of a longer path, but whatever. They got this. Yeah, now we got plenty of ants here. This trail died again now? What is going on? This trail is so unstable, it annoys me. What's going on over here? We're not getting new ants. Where did you get a casing from, out of all things? You brought a casing over. Alright, let me just chuck a bin here, just in case. Don't want any of our trails to die. Yeah, we're respawning ants over here, so hopefully that mining operation will just continue at some point. We've run out of larvae. Oh, that's just because there's not enough drones here. Okay, that's fair enough. That'll re-even itself out at some point. I'm going to just send one more over just to help it out. Now, we got our battery worker, it seems, so our new thing is going across. This is way too much. So let's slow this down a bit to like 240. Just for now, because we just got way too many here. We've got every single ant over here except for battery worker. That's fine. Now, if you're wondering what our long-term plan is, that is to unlock the sentry ant. That's our next instinct, and to unlock the sentry ant we need 500 of these level 3 research points, which I can't make consistently at the moment because of reasons. I will be able to make them consistently when I can get a transistor going, and I need a transistor going and I need wafers. Alright, so now that we've got too many of these, we might need to make 2 wafers at the same time. Oh no, you do not want to be doing that. Oh, this throwing away this thing is like really nasty. What if I put 2 ants on this trail? That's fine. Can I fit 3? Nah, 3 is probably too ambitious. No, you can fit 3. Alright, let's just leave 3 ants on this trail, but that's going to be wasting a lot of this stuff. You know what will be beneficial to slightly waste a little bit less of this stuff? Using a life gate. So if we replace this with a life gate, and we go, if lifespan is lower than, like, how long does it need to get to here? Like, say, 20 seconds? Oh, 30 seconds is like the minimum. No. Wow, it's a draggy bar that I can't modify. So if it's got 20 seconds left on its lifespan, then we'll go out. Oh, what's going on over here? Is it using up too much power? It's stopped. I got too ambitious here, I think. Let's watch it for a bit. I feel like electrolyzing 3 things is 3 times slower, isn't it? And then it stops. Okay. I got way too ambitious here. Let's get this out of here. You can't electrolyze 3 things at the same time. Let's drop this back down to 1. So I just need another electrolyzer is basically what we're saying if we want to speed this process up a little bit. We don't need to speed this up a bit because literally I just need a couple of these tier 3 ants at the moment. I think later on we're going to need to speed these up a little bit somehow. I don't think this ant's going to make it. It's going to send him into the recycler. Anyway, all of this is being said is just our acid production is too slow, but our concrete core is there now, so we can get rid of this. And then we can let the concrete accumulate a little bit. Now we can start rebuilding our other side of the island. Let's make sure this trail is alive again. I think it's looking good. All right, let's start rebuilding. It's all going to be done in pause mode anyway. So the first thing that we want to do is probably start tiling the island. So I'm going to quickly use this concrete core and start tiling the island. I think this is a good orientation as any. So I've tiled over most of this. So we're going to redo how all this works. I accidentally deleted my incubator somehow. I don't know how. I was just moving it around and then it just disappeared. But it's okay, we can build a new one. So we'll get them to come out here. We're just going to try to use up as much of the space as possible. So we'll get a trail going over here. Something like that. This ant will go onto this trail and it'll hatch new ants. And then we'll get the new ants to go on a holding trail over here. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Do a slightly smaller one that just goes out like, say, this way. That way, I want to get all these small workers to start working as well, rather than just using the big workers. That'll hatch the new small workers out. Now, these big workers, we'll put them to work soon enough. So the next step is to get what the small workers are going to be doing. So essentially, we're going to be using our acid things, which I've moved down here. Just going to move them back up here. So the problem we're trying to solve is this acid vat. This acid vat is terrible because of the trail, like how it has to go all the way up and all the way down and a hazmat ant has to carry it. So if we can eliminate that process altogether somehow, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to move these ants out of the way and we're going to see how we can try to eliminate that process. And the way we're going to eliminate that process is by putting these acid vats somewhere in the middle. I'm just going to leave a space for a triple trail. That way we can put a speed thing in one day. And you can really tile these closer to one another if you just made it diagonal, but it's alright, we're not trying to conserve that much space. We're going to do the perfect acid setup this episode. Might need to move this concrete core a little bit out of the way. And of course, once you concrete core, you can't actually do anything. There we go. Now, where's my dispensers? I put them somewhere. Chuck them back in. Now, which way do I want my trail to run? I guess up and around, it doesn't really matter. So there's that main trail. We're going to get a hauling trail in the middle. Something like this. Get it a bit tighter if we can. Can we go one more? Yeah, we can. Can we go one more down? No, we can't. Alright, that's about as tight of a trail as we can get. So hazmat ants are going to work this trail, getting mold blubber into the acid factory. Then we can just get regular ants to work this acid factory, assuming that we always have what we need, right? So, for example, let's start with this battery production. I don't think we need more than one battery production, so I'm just going to do it with one for now. But essentially, this is how battery production is going to work. We'll stick it all the way out as far as we can so we can figure out the trail. We can't assume there's always going to be acid, but we can assume there's always going to be copper. So let's get this is the acid dispenser. I don't care for now. Let's get the copper dispenser in here. So we put one dispenser there, one dispenser there. We essentially want it to go to divide to go here and then here, right? To grab an acid and then go back. Now we do want this trail a little bit tighter because I don't know how, like when it picks up the acid, I want it to basically immediately go back and drop it off. So then it's going to go over here, drop off the acid, go a little bit closer. And that one's going to go over here as well. And then when you're done, you want to take your battery and put it back and then go back into here and do the split. Now, what are you going to do when you have no acid? So this can't just be a trail. It needs to be a little cast gate. So it needs to have acid when it comes here. So if I just add a cast gate here, or a carry gate, sorry, then it will be stuck here until acid arrives. Right? I think. If you are carrying acid. Technically, this could be a carry gate too in case we run out of copper, but let's assume we won't run out of copper. Now let's get an ant to work this trail. It's going to move this out of the way. I don't know where I'm going to put these thingies anymore. But let's get an ant to work this trail and see how we go. Somehow we could probably get them to work both trails. I just want to make sure this guy doesn't get irradiated. That's the main concern. So he's going to grab a copper. Fantastic. It's already got copper, so fine, whatever. And then it's going to grab a... No, it's not going to grab anything. So it's stuck on this carry gate. So I'm going to get a hauling trail this way, and then we're going to get a carry gate, right? Now you're going to grab that thing, and then we'll get a carry gate back down here, and then only if you're carrying acid. Go. So you're carrying acid, you're good. But if you're not carrying acid, then we need you to go back, not into the divider, but back here, like that. Because we know that acid is not going to be as fast as battery. And then you need to drop off the battery when you're done. Where's my battery storage? Like that. And then ideally when you null trail in, you want to be on the divider. Sorry, when you trail in, you want to be on this divider. So here. But this carry gate is then splitting my trail. It doesn't think there's an ant on this trail. That is a problem. Where can I input this trail then? That makes sense. The carry gate is splitting this trail. It still doesn't think that's part of the trail. Let me just test. If I put it here, it still doesn't think this ant is part of this trail. What? Why? Where is this ant? Oh, and it got irradiated. What? Why did it get irradiated? Let me quickly send this ant over here so it doesn't die. So much micro. Is it because it has light mold poisoning that it thinks it's irradiated? But I need to get this guy into the right part of the trail. Why are you not dropping off the copper block? What? So it just came out of there with the copper block. Drop it off. This trail is so buggy. Let's see if it drops off the acid first then. So it's going to grab an acid and then not drop it off here. What is going on? I've done something stupid. What have I done? I'm going to grab that and then it doesn't like that. Why? What have I done? Waiting for product pickup. Oh, silly. Because that ant died before it picked up the battery. God. Let me just replace that. I knew that was something stupid I was doing. Alright, go do the thing. And I want to make sure he doesn't get radiated. Why is he getting radiated? Oh, and this ant didn't even make it. Now, let's test this trail again. This should work, right? So he's on the trail. He's going to grab the acid. I'm going to watch him. He's radiated. And then he drops it off. He's not radiated anymore. Fantastic. And now he's making the battery. And our trail is still filled. Good. Man, I'm going to be wasting so much stuff doing this. These guys are filling up this thing. Great. He's going to go. Now, we have no acid, which is fine. So when he goes to the acid factory, he's now just going to do loops, hopefully. And while he's doing loops, yeah, this trail is still full. Good. Oh, I think because he was radiated, that's why it thought the ant was dead, basically, and it was going to send a new ant. So it's just going to sit here and wait for acid. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. So now we need to develop something similar for all the other stuff. Now, the annoying thing is that I just realized is to make this crystallizer process, you definitely need a dispenser. You can't just direct inject. So this is only good for making batteries. The rest needs to be going through some sort of process of dropping these off. Oh man, that's so annoying. So I'm going to reserve this space out here for future batteries, right? In case we need to double up our battery production, which we very well may need to do. But for now, let's just keep it at this, and then we'll get workers over here to move the acid. So we'll get 2 workers on here doing this trail. And by moving the battery over here, we should be able to get a much tighter trail. And with a tighter trail, hopefully it'll load up these vats faster. Right, so it's going to load up these vats faster, hopefully, and make batteries slightly faster. And these 2 are going to be purely responsible for acid going into the vat. So I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. And then we're going to put a vat in with the tightest trail humanly possible. Like something like this. Is that even possible? So you're going to go from here into the vat and then out here. and then back over here. Apparently that's a possible trail. By running this trail a lot tighter, it should get acid going a lot faster. So let me get a hazmat ant in here and see. Well, there's already a hazmat ant in here, and so that's all good. It's still slow as heck, but slightly faster. And it still definitely needs to be run by hazmat ants. There's no way a normal ant doing this is not going to get radiated. Let's just test that theory. So he's radiated. This is a bad test because it's falling behind the hazmat ant. Nah, he's got light mold poisoning already. Yeah, I doubt this is possible. So that's fine. I just wasted an ant, but that's okay. I should have used this old dude. Alright, with that, let's get this process redone. So let's just put this over here. It doesn't really matter where we put it. We need the grinder as well. So we're going to set up the grinder trail. Might do the grinder on this side. Get a couple more concrete floor tiles going. So this is definitely not as optimized as I thought it would be, because I thought if I managed to get the acid directly into a thing, then it'll be a lot better. But I think this is probably the best way to do it. Just to have a really tight acid drop-off trail. That way we can get a lot more crystallizing going. But yeah, let's get the grinder up and running. So the grinder is that, and it's looking for glass, which is here. And then it needs to drop off this stuff. So we need to do a tight little trail from here to here to here to here. So we can do loops and drop it off. When it's done dropping everything off, we'll get a carry gate to go out, and then it's going to pick up new glass. And then it's going to go, if not carrying anything, then pick up new glass and then go into here. And then we can get another ant working this trail. Borrow you for the time being. Now, what's going on with my ants over here? I've got no ants being sent here. Oh, this is done. Nice. Is this... It says it's not doing anything. Oh, because I've got no ant working this trail. Why have I got no lava here? Oh, I've dropped back down to stage 13 and there's not enough lava. Oh, God. We've got to make sure this works. Otherwise, all our trails are going to die. I'll be back up to stage 15 in no time. We just got to keep a keen eye out on these trails. Make sure they don't die. While it's doing that, I'm just going to do a quick detour and get this glass going again, because glass is kind of important. I know I keep saying this every episode, but I really wish they would implement some sort of copy and paste functionality. Oh man, I should have done this playthrough in a couple of weeks when they put all the quality of life features in from people complaining. I'll get the null trail into there, get the old gate out of there, and into, I believe, here. So combine into big digger ants. Alright, cool. So we're slowly mining this out. It's going to make this place a lot more buildable. In the meantime, this guy is pushing glass. Why do you have a glass thing? If not carrying any material, I think I've done this trail the wrong way around. Or this thing is not at the right spot. What? Why can't you pick this up? Okay. I swear I've done this wrong. So go here and do circles. And then at this point, if you're not carrying any materials, go out then. So if you're here and you're not carrying materials, then you go out this way. There we go. Alright, cool. So this one's done. This one's done. This one is done. I'm just trying to decide where I'm going to put all the old gates in these situations. Now we need to do our crystallite process. So it's basically, crystallite is super easy. It's a very straightforward, just input acid in, and then you want to input this stuff in, wherever that's linked to, and then you want to just store it. Might do something like this to condense it a little bit. Don't do that, that, and that. That is our trail. Now, I don't have any more ants working any of these trails at the moment. That's fine. All right, so we're going to get one ant working this trail at some point, and that should get us a continuous supply of crystallite. And then now we just need to figure out the old trails. So we're going to old gate you out of here. I'm going to move this out of the way. Bring my combiner back in somewhere. Our combiner will probably go here. Then we'll old gate you out. Most of your time is probably going to be spent in this part of the trail. So we'll get a central old gate going out this way. An elder trail, I mean. Old gate you out of the acid part of the factory, because you're probably going to be spending most of your time in the acid part of the factory, I reckon. So we'll elder trail you out of there like that. And then all of those are going to go over this side. Now, I don't know if you're going to have materials, but just in case you do, let's just chuck a bin here, no harm. Then we'll divide you into here and here to become these ants. Now, these ants are going to go do some work. So I'll just trail We'll make a small trail or whatever here. I have no work for you guys to do now, but I'm sure that will change soon. Just do a temporary holding trail. And then as you guys get old, you're going to become hazmat. Now the hazmat ants are a bit annoying, so we're going to put them down here. And we'll get an elder trail going out this way. So that's a lot cleaner now. Now with these guys, we're going to get them into this hauling trail as a holding trail, I guess. And then we can counter gate out of this trail. So the holding trail also doubles as hauling the mold rubber. And then you're going to go into this trail and haul this. And we're just going to have maybe 1 ant could be enough. 2 ants is probably a better number, but we'll see for now. We'll just leave it at 1 ant for now. And this guy's going good. All right, so this is pretty much the completed thing. We just need to complete the cycle of old ants. So we need to get the old gate out of here somewhere. I'm just going to do it here for now. It doesn't really matter. And then we're going to old gate out of here probably after they come out of here. And then you're going to do the recycler thing. I need an ant to work the recycler too. Well, in this case, I'll probably put the recycler over on this side then. Then we'll get one of our big ants to do the recycling. So here's our recycler. Let's put some more floor tiles down. Get our recycler going. Get an elder trail going in there. Something like this. Just get a hauling trail just in case they're carrying acid or God knows what they're carrying. And then they can get recycled. Now I want the old gate coming out of the end still. So we'll get an old gate and then we'll elder trail up this way. And then we'll old gate from this side. And we'll elder trail up to here. And that should get those guys recycled. And then once they've finished recycling, we need a hauling trail to output the recycling. Something like that. Why is this glass here? I don't know why I have glass in my recycler. But in that case, we probably can get these ants straight into this trail, and this can be the holding trail for the big ants. Like that. And then we can just old gate straight out of here and into here. Everything's doing some work now. Fantastic. We should be getting a lot more batteries and a lot more everything. Don't know why I need the gene points, but hopefully we'll let this system run for a bit. I'll troubleshoot it. And if we get a lot more batteries and a lot more crystallite, we should be able to get a lot more tier 3 ants. And we need the tier 3 ants. How is my 1 tier 3 ant going? You've just got no crystals basically. Game's also starting to lag. I think the optimization's ending with this many things. Alright, so I think the next part of the process is to expand this crystallizing process. We do have a lot of these, so this isn't actually the blocker. The blocker is actually this electrolyzing process. Not powered needs energy, okay? So it's not even that, it's something to do with my battery is running out. Yeah, this is like super draining my battery. Either that or this just has no energy. So we're running out. So our tier 5 things is not enough to power our battery and all our ants. Oh lord. So we might need to, like, if we want to get this battery going, we might need to use the ones from here. Are we actually out of energy flowers? That's crazy. So all the energy here was being used for what? Let's try to quickly figure that out. All the energy here was being used for making these and just the battery, and that wasn't enough. And you are making it continuously. Okay, that's a problem. But with that, this battery should always be full. We're already consuming all the energy flowers from here and here. We still got some spare energy flowers here. So we can do more collision here if we wanted to, is what we're saying. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This guy's not doing anything because this stockpile has never been assigned in its entire life. I'm just going to watch all these and make sure they're all assigned properly and such. What's this guy doing? They're all colliding. This guy's colliding. Yeah, everything's colliding now. Like, how much electrolyzing can we actually do is the question. Oh god, he just left. I don't think I've produced a thing for a while now. So the electrolyzer just keeps running forever, basically. Now, let's see if the big battery is a little bit more efficient. Electrolyzer pin. A more compact version of the electrolyzer. Decreased rate, but it compensates for higher contact boost. Maybe that will help us out? Higher contact boost, what does that mean? Now we unlocked the battery building a while ago. We need to figure out what that does. Okay, so here it says the energy storage is a storage unit that turns energy pods into pure energy. But the battery building is a larger building and it can convert energy with better efficiency. Let me just put one down and just see what that does, because we need a bunch of batteries to do this anyway. Oh, we already have enough. Stored energy 1000. And does it use batteries? I'm guessing, instead of energy pods, because we're running out of energy pods. That's a problem. Let's have a look at what one battery does. Let's just test it out. Because that way we can get more electrolyzers, right? And that's going to be a big boost. Oh god, why you got to pick up the scrap for? Alright, it's going to grab a battery. Nope, it doesn't do that. Okay. It doesn't use batteries. Does it use energy pods? So drop the battery. See if it uses energy pods instead. Yes, okay, it uses energy pods instead, but apparently it's better efficiency. So that just means we need to probably just use this thing instead, maybe? So let's just move this over this side so we don't waste the energy, and then just chuck the battery building in here instead. And then that way it can store a bunch of energy and use it more efficiently, apparently. So we just get free energy is what we're saying. I hope that's what it does, because we need energy more efficiently now to get this going. Now the question is, how many electrolyzers do we actually need? I really want a second one because obviously we don't have enough anything at the moment. So here we go, we're making our transistor, so hopefully we can get some of our ants becoming level 3 and then getting some of these points going again, because I haven't gotten a single point this episode and I need 500. All right, let's go check in on how our new acid press area is working out for us. We've got no ants here because they all died. All right, fantastic. All the ants here died too? No, ants here are fine. Let's get you across to the other side and help this out a bit. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot the most important trail, which is immediately when you come out here, the first trail should be this guy. And then this thing needs an old gate out. There you go. It's gonna null trail this in temporarily so an ant can go there. Now I just gotta wait for this trail to resaturate itself. This trail is now, okay, this catapult trail is good. It's finished with this glass though, so let's just reassign this to this glass now. And that stockpile is also full. But this trail is useless now, so that we can get rid of it. That alleviates some of our ants doing stuff. Now I'm gonna just drop this and get this ant to work this trail for a while, just because I need some batteries. All right, our concrete should be finished by now, so I need to go and set this trail up. We already set it up, so we just need to move everything across. These guys are going for an extremely long walk. Maybe we can shorten the walk a little bit for them. So this is the last bit of our concrete before we have to rebuild all our operations on this side of the island. That's fine. Inevitable. Alright, we've got those guys mining again. We'll reconnect this trail. Make sure we old gate back out so they can get turned into scrap. I don't know if they can make it all the way back though. A bit of a tight run. That's fine. This is the last of the concrete. If they make it, they make it. If they don't, I don't really care. So much manual stuff to manage while we're automating a lot of this crap. A lot of our flow got broken, so we kind of screwed things up a little bit. Do need to do another thump. Alright, focusing on this island now. How are we doing? Alright, we seem to have saturated all our work trails. That's great. Now these ants are doing their thing. Now I can get this ant you can just go die. I don't really care. Now this ant can go and work it. This ant can do its thing. This ant is old now. Once it does this, oh man, they can die making this battery because it takes so long to do these processes now. Now I'm out of mold things, so I'm just gonna manually get this guy out. So we'll get you to go into here. Hopefully you can make it. I'm gonna get you to manually work this trail for a bit. The saturation doesn't work on the counter gates because I do need 2 ants on here all the time. Because the counter gate will always prioritize that one first. Okay, how do I change that around without being inefficient? Oh man, the order is a bit weird, but that's fine. I think once it's saturated, it'll all be okay. Once this guy comes out, we should be all sweet because we'll get one guy working this trail, one guy working that trail. All right, this thing is broken again. How does this happen? Is it the entry point? Because the entry point is here, okay. So the entry point needs to be here to grab whatever out first. Little minor bugs, just fixing it up, observing the system. How's our battery going? Battery's just waiting for acid. Fine. It's gonna take a while for all this to resaturate because I need all my ants to get old and die and all that jazz. These ants are all saturated, so we should be all good. All right, let's see if we can't get a second electrolyzer going with that electrolyzing pin. What does it mean? Like, why do I need an electrolyzing pin? I can't use one electrolyzer can't electrolyze two things at the same time, is what we're saying. So we want to build this electrolyzing pin and try it out. But we need a super capacitor thing that we've never built before. This capacitor. And we need 5 biofuel. What? Alright. Maybe not. Let's just build a second electrolyzer. That's all we need for now. And we're out of diodes and batteries. Alright, that's fine. That'll just slowly come through. But while we're waiting, we can probably just move some of this stuff around. I'm just waiting for this one to finish electrolyzing. Alright, it finished electrolyzing. I'm just going to move you out of the way for now. And I'm just going to delete this trail. And we're going to rework this a little bit better. And I don't want it, like, when these ants die, to delete the thing. So we're going to make everything nice. Why are you still on? Is this just constantly on, draining my power, like whether there's stuff to electrolyze or not? That seems kind of silly. How's our battery going? Our battery is full, and it's not fully drained out this thing. Our stage 17 is being maintained. Where can I get some extra orbs from? Here, maybe? I feel like we can get some extra orbs here. So if I use this pile over here, we should be okay to maintain the high stage that we need. Oh crap, these ants are like too much. Let's move one out of the way. All right, electrolyzer. So you're just constantly on. All right, fine, whatever. Let's figure this out. Maybe we can just get these two sort of like next to each other, and then we can build the trails using this and this. So we get one trail just doing this. It's gonna grab one of these, go here, go here, go here. And this one's gonna do something similar. If we bring the electrolyzer a little bit closer, you're gonna grab that, go there, there, and there, and back. And then on this side, we'll build a slinger, I guess. I think 2 electrolyzers is going to be more than enough for us to handle. We'll assign that to there. We'll get 2 ants on this trail, and then we'll divide it. So we'll divide it out this way and this way. And they'll go in and do the things. Now, the thing is the exit. So, okay, you can exit whenever you want. So say like an old gate here. And an old gate here. But when you do exit, I need you to go to a storage before you go out, because it might need to store the crystallite. Now, it should never old gate out before it drops off its thing, should it? I hope not. Man, there's so many if checks that needs to be done on this. But let's just see if this works. This thing still needs battery to work. Okay, that's too close. Oh, what the heck? What happens to this process when it electrolyzes like this? Nothing. And this is fine. I think when this is operational, it'll be fine. Alright, so our second electrolyzer is now up and running. I split these trails a little bit more and changed this to a smart dispenser, so the old ants coming out of here can drop this off here and then it'll dispense correctly. So that'll keep electrolyzing into crystals, and now we should be okay for wafers. I've also just modified this trail with a holding trail because we know we're never going to have enough wafers. So when it's waiting for wafer, it's just going to sit in this holding trail. Over here, we're making the transistors now. So hopefully we'll get some more tier 3 ants going and get more points. That's the plan anyway. Still just got to wait a little bit of time for our acid factory to fully saturate. I don't like the fact that this trail has died again. Why? I know I upped this to 90 seconds, but is it just too high? 60 seconds? None of my trails are stable yet. We'll get one over here to start hatching these dudes. But yeah, now it's just a waiting game. I don't think I can make this happen any faster, really. Now, it's been about 20 or so minutes since my game's been running, and we're up to about 8 gene points. Once we get to 10, we can unlock whatever this thumper thing is. We don't know what it does yet, but I think it leads to a new island. 1 second, let me find it. It's this puffer thing. I don't know what it is, but it seems important. But we also need 1,000 points of tier 2 inventor points. So believe it or not, what's actually blocking us is energy. Look at my energy stockpiles. They're all empty pretty much. And we can't really get more energy out at the moment, which is a really big problem. And I can't get more Inventor 2 and Inventor 3 ants without more energy. So we're gonna try to figure out how we can solve for this. Now, we've pretty much used up all of the energy on my map. I mean, I guess I can take some more energy here and I can add like 1 or 2 more colliders here. But that's not really going to be a long-term solution for our energy problem. You can see all the energy 4s and 5s from my 2 main trails, which is this one and this one, is all being used up at the moment, which is a massive issue for us. So, how are we going to solve for energy? Well, we're going to need to get energy from another island. And it's going to be the desert island, isn't it? The desert island does have energy orbs on it, but to get the energy orbs to all spawn in one spot, I'm going to have to tile over the entire island, the same way we've done in the past. So let's start deleting all of this. I kind of want it not on this like weird side island where I have to sling ants over. I'd rather all the energy be on the main island. So I'm going to start by tiling over this side of the island and getting rid of all of these guys. And then hopefully there'll be enough of these plants respawning on this island to create a new energy trail. This is going to be, again, a massive job. So why don't we get started? I've got to find my concrete court. Just got to borrow the concrete court for a bit. Start off on this island and we're going to get rid of all of the stuff on this island first. So we're just going to tile. It won't let me tile on this island. What? Must be placed in adjacent to concrete core. Hello? That is adjacent to the concrete core, is it not? Am I going crazy? My concrete core is now broken. What the heck? This is fine. Does it know I'm cheating and I can't restart this concrete core? I've broken it. If I have to sling another 50 concrete over here, I'm going to be really mad. See, this is okay. It just doesn't like anything else. Man, this is going to be such a big job. Hold on, let me delete this concrete core. And let me put down a new one. Yeah, it's a new concrete core. Alright, cool. So now it's letting me tile over this side of the island, which is great. So I'm going to let my game play while I do this. I'll probably regret doing that, but I'll have to keep checking on my main systems as I do this. Hopefully nothing critical breaks. But yeah, I'm just going to be tiling over this concrete area. It's probably going to take another couple of hours. Hope you guys really appreciate the effort I go to for these videos. But yeah, no, like, the thing is with this game, it's just like, if you run out of energy orbs, then like, what am I meant to do, right? There's literally nothing I can do because I need more energy. So I'm gonna have to go through this exercise. I think last time it took me like a few hours to do this. I might just put a stockpile in the middle of here. Alright, now I'm gonna rebuild my concrete core on this side. Yeah, now we've got to tile over this whole world, so have fun with that. Oh man, this is how much I've tiled over so far. It's gonna be a huge job. Anyway, what's happening on this side of the island? Well, we've got 1 gene, waiting for 1 more, still waiting for 1,000 of these points and 500 of these points. So it's going to be a while. Our little ant is hard at work generating those points. We've got no more either ant. So we need to probably speed up the transistors now that I have transistors. I got a bunch of extra transistors. Oh, we got 1 big ant coming actually. So we should be okay. But we kind of need to double the speed of this. So how do we double the speed of this? It's a timer gate over here. So before it was 8 minutes, let's go every 4 minutes now. And that should theoretically double the speed of this. I've already doubled the speed of this so that we should get twice as many fancy ants. With that, we should get a lot more tier 2 and 3 points continuously, automatically. 2 is all I can support at the moment. I don't think I can go any faster than that right now. But yes, we have run out of energy. You can see I've taken away one of my electrolyzers because the battery just can't keep up. This battery was getting drained and it was draining all of my orbs everywhere. So we just need more orbs if we want to expand into the future. And I'm sure there's a lot of tech in the future to expand into. So I'm just going to keep tiling stuff in the background. Now, the other thing I wanted to try was someone told me that the more infertile, like it's a hidden mechanic. So the more infertile weeds you get rid of, the more fertile weeds will spawn. So I'm gonna get rid of a lot of these. See all these like dense little infertile plants? If we get rid of all of these infertile plants, apparently more flowers will spawn on our map. So I'm gonna give it a go. Like anywhere where there's just like a ton of them. And then with more flowers, maybe we can figure somewhere to put more colliders or something like that on this map. Maybe that'll be a bit easier. I'll work on both projects side by side because it's one of those projects that just takes ages to do, because it takes like 10 minutes for these things to despawn, respawn, and all that stuff. So I've deleted a significant portion of my plants. I was gonna leave the plants here for plant cutting purposes, but now I think it's more important that we need more energy. So I'll leave this one here for plant cutting purposes, but we'll get rid of most of the other ones. And we'll see if this theory is correct. In theory, if this happens, then we should get a denser or thicker coverage of fertile plants now. So I've gone around my whole map. I've deleted a bunch of them. In 10 minutes, you'd think more plants will have spawned. But yes, we are currently eating all of the plants. So 5 here, 5 here. Yep. And that's pretty much covering all of the plants. And while I'm waiting, I'm just going to keep tiling this stuff. Alright, now that we finally have a surplus of ants on this trail, we can start expanding operations over here. I'm going to first start off by redoing these gates, because this gate area is just a total mess. So I'll do a little holding trail along here. And then we'll get the gates done accordingly. So I want priority. So counter gate out this way first. Probably get like, well, there's so many ants here. We'll get like 4 ants on this one, and then we'll probably get 2 ants on this one. So we'll just come down here. And then we'll need to old gate everything back out. So we'll elder trail that back out, and we'll get an old gate out of here as well, just in case they get old, for whatever reason. Now, we should get plenty of mold stuff. We also need to start harvesting new mold. Let me just move that over here somewhere. Get another counter gate out. This will be like last priority is mold harvesting. We're at 183, so about a third of the way there. I swear the end of this game is literally just more tedious than anything else. It's not like fun anymore. It's just more tedious. Capable of breaking the sound barrier. All right, these jet drones sound pretty fun. But the time it takes to unlock the next thing, I mean, what am I doing wrong here? I've got as many transistors as possible. I've got 2 of these gates going. I don't feel like I can get anything going any faster, if that makes sense, to get tier 2 points and tier 3 points. Maybe once I get the 1,000 tier 2 points I need, I can just focus all my efforts on getting tier 3 points. But yeah, it's just a waiting game now. Like, all my systems are fully automated. I don't really want to expand upon any of them, because like, how do I even expand upon more fancy ants? I've already increased the amount of fancy ants coming out of here. But yeah, like this guy, he's gonna definitely go, like these guys are all full life. That one's definitely gonna go to tier 3. It's just a waiting game. I guess I'm just gonna keep tiling over this map while I've got nothing to do. And we'll probably end the episode soon. I don't think I can end this episode on a good note, like actually finishing anything, because it's run quite a long time now. So we'll just end it whenever we hit like the hour mark, and yeah, we'll just call it a day here. Yeah, check it out. We've reached the point where we literally don't have enough energy orbs to feed the tier 3 ants that are coming onto here. Oh man, that is disgusting. So yes, we definitely need to up our energy orb production somehow. But I have to tile over the whole desert island. But I think we'll leave the episode here. I've pretty much tiled over the top half of the desert island. We can't really do much more until we tile over the rest of the desert island, and it's taken me like 40 minutes to just do this part. So we'll leave the episode here. We'll continue this project next episode. But I definitely feel like we've gotten to the point of the game where it's not very balanced well. Like, these things should really just cost like 100 each, and maybe this project down here, the puffer thing, it should really just cost maybe like 500 of each one. Like, it's just a bit crazy, these numbers, and we've kind of hit the limits of what we can do with this first island. I don't feel like any new energy flowers have spawned anywhere, even deleting these infertile flowers. So that didn't really work out well. Let's do a quick scan around our map. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So unless they all spawned in here and made this more dense, but I don't see that happening either, because we haven't gotten more energy out of this, I don't think. But yes, we've run out of energy orbs, so I guess we can like sort of remedy it a tiny bit by using these a little bit more, but that's just going to be a very stopgap solution. Our true solution is going to come in the form of basically getting this done. So yeah, that's going to be a fun little adventure, isn't it? So we'll leave it here for now. Hopefully between now and my next recording, maybe they'll patch the game or something and drop down some of these requirements. I know they keep dropping the requirements of stuff down here, like the main trail and stuff doesn't have an energy, a gene requirement anymore. So I think they're trying to like balance some stuff out, and definitely this top part feels very, very imbalanced. So we'll leave the series here for now, and we'll come back to it, and I might just run this in the background until we get to an interesting point. But I really don't want to keep doing episodes of me just sitting around like tiling the map, you know, like, and just waiting for energy points. But our map is in a really good state. Like, we've built all the systems correctly. We've got glass going over here. Our acid production system's been running really well. Once we have enough hazmat ants, these things are always continuously producing. Unfortunately, you do have to wait a minute and a half for them to drop acid out, and once acid comes out, then you can make batteries. That's kind of dumb as well. I mean, I think the ultimate version of this system is you're gonna have like another 2 over on this side, and then now that we have all the hazmat ants, you can have a second one of these on this side, and then you have 2 dispensers, one for batteries and one for these things to get things going a bit faster. But again, battery is not our blocker at the moment. Our blocker is literally just energy and tier 3 ants. Like, we're just not getting enough tier 3 points at the moment, and we don't have the energy to continue to support that process either, which is fun because we're using all our battery to make transistors. It's a whole terrible cycle. Maybe energy orb 6s will solve this problem, perhaps. I don't know. I mean, it should help a little bit in theory, but again, we just need more energy. So we'll solve the energy problem next episode. I'm going to take a little break from the series for now. Hopefully there'll be some patches and stuff to help some quality of life stuff. I feel like, again, we're in need of a base rebuild, but I'm not gonna rebuild this base again because look how big it is and how much effort would be involved to rebuild this another time without copying and pasting. So maybe they'll release some quality of life features that will give us the ability to maybe copy and paste some stuff. And at that point, the world's our oyster, right? We can blueprint, we can like delete everything, take all our learnings and build a brand new base that harnesses all the high level energy. Like, the other thing is, I wish they would tell us what is needed to unlock things, because if, for example, gene point 1 is no longer required, I've got 58 of them. If I don't need these anymore in future, then surely I should just get rid of my entire base and just turn everything into gene 2s and 3s, because we've got 3s coming very soon, right? So we should definitely get those going as well. I don't want to use 20 for this, but yeah, like, I don't know, maybe we'll get the ancient scanner going, maybe get this going. But yes, a base rebuild is in order, but I need better quality of life stuff to be able to do this more efficiently. I don't want to spend 5 hours rebuilding this base one more time. It's just so painful. All right, anyway, we'll leave this episode here for now. Apologies for not achieving anything major in this besides the acid rebuild, but I hope you enjoyed regardless. And if you did, don't forget to like and sub, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.